So here's a short story which once again backs up the more extreme case of the single MOMs. We got a gal here who is 29. She's engaged to a guy who is her provider. And now she's losing her mind addressing the Reddit community because he has finally seen the light, had enough, and he's taken off and he's ridden into the sunset, and it doesn't sound like he's coming back. Why? Because she has been milking this guy for everything he's worth. Taking care of her, she doesn't work, taking care of her kids, paying for everything, dealing with all her ailments and stuff like that. And this guy had enough. But of course, again, this is coming from her, it is the biggest sob story, world's smallest violin, wah, 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 I've heard in quite some time. And again, makes the point, guys, that if you're going to do relationships, stick to the gals that don't have kids. Okay? And there are some, don't get me wrong, there's some good, I gotta say this every time, there's some good ones out there that aren't like this. But even the good ones that aren't trying to use, those things, still, there are going to be headaches there. But the thing is, the whole dating marketplace is full of the single MOM, so you must be careful. Titled, I confess I'm an idiot and I ruined my own life and I want it to be over already. And I shout out to Thomas for sending in this story. She says here, my fiancé, a 32-year-old male, just proposed to me on the 2nd. I was overjoyed. I've been waiting for this moment for 3 years. More like plotting for this moment for 3 years. He's my soulmate and my best friend in the whole world. He's providing for myself and my 2 kids. Right now, my ankle was messed up over a month ago, and I'm supposed to have surgery in 3 days. I know he's been overwhelmed with stress. The kids have been awful, and he's spending a lot of money to furnish our place. We are supposed to be buying a manufactured home tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. You heard it all. The kids are awful. She's not working. He's providing for her. She's providing for the kids. Messed up ankle, probably paying for medical bills. All these things here. Where's the baby daddy? Why isn't he providing at least some child support here? Why doesn't she have a job? Well, why should she if she's got some guy to pay for things? On Friday, he said he needed a break. The kids were too much lately. I called the kids out of school Monday so he wouldn't have to drive them, and today they're off school too. I've not gone one day without missing him in months. I've not gone a day without him in months. In my stupidity, I felt hurt and angry because he was leaving me on read and barely responded, so I acted out and told him that he was being rude and hurting me. Clearly, this guy's had enough. If he's suddenly taken off and he's not responding to her messages, leaving her on read, yeah, he's out of there. In fairness, a man should say what's on his mind, what he wants, and therefore, you know what, this is not going to work. But he's out of there. And he has been her provider, it sounds like, for 3 years, and she's lashing out. I didn't know that when he said he needed a break, he meant from me too. Well, you're going to see in a moment, there's a lot behind that. This led to a fight and somehow to him deciding if he wants to be with me or not. There you go. She just reinforced why he took off. Yeah, I'm sure it was for the kids, but also her too. Maybe he read stuff on Reddit. I don't know. He thinks I've been ungrateful and uncaring to his stress lately. Well, that's probably it. Where's the paycheck? I can take accountability for coming off ungrateful. I've been so wrapped up in my own shit. Ding, ding, ding. It's all about her. I had a UTI, eye infection, got 2 teeth extracted, started various drugs for withdrawals all the same week. I hate myself for not being more there for him and not letting him know how much I love him and appreciate him. I hate myself for not putting him first. I hate every cell in my body for jeopardizing the person I love more than anything. Well, something tells me she probably didn't treat him like she loved him more than anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually I have no problem she loves her kids more than anything because she gave birth to them. But she's got to treat her guy really well too. And it sounds like he was nothing more than a paycheck. You heard here, I had a UTI, an eye infection, and got 2 teeth extracted. Newsflash, getting 2 teeth extracted and then getting implants and all that, that's a very expensive process. He's paying for all this and her kids. So it's not ideal that she comes across ungrateful. But this is usually how it is. I have no problem this guy hitting the road. I just think as a man, he should tell her he's hitting the road instead of just being like, whoosh, out of there. Some people disagree with me, but, that's okay. She continues, he has saved my life in more ways than one. My heart is shattered, and I've been unable to eat, throwing up, and crying my eyes out. Bring on the waterworks. My girls have been crying with me. He's like a father to them. He's been in their life for 3 years. They don't remember a time without him. I really want to talk to him. A call, a text, in person. I don't care. I can't stand to lose him. I prayed last night for the first time in years, for the first time since my father passed away. Again, why doesn't this woman in all this time have a job? Have a career? Shit, just a job. Where's the baby daddy? Where's money coming from him? The place I'm currently living in is not good, and I'm not welcome. They were thrilled to hear I was moving out. What does that say? They're not going to let me stay when I tell them that my plans are off. My father's dead. My mother is a narcissist I'm low contact with. My brother is a piece of crap. I have no support system, just my fiancé and his mom. Did you hear what she said about her family? We're still not hearing about the baby daddy. Or maybe baby daddies. This guy should have screened not only her, but her family for getting involved with her. Currently, my ex just got served for child support, which means we will be going to custody court. Fiancé and I had a rock-solid plan. We will be living in our own place together, and I have a valid reason for not being able to work right now. He would not be able to show he's providing for the kids' shelter and food. Or he would be able to show he's providing for the kids' shelter and food. Now the judge is going to see I'm unemployed and homeless, and I'm going to lose my daughters. Everything I love, I'm going to lose. All because I couldn't show how grateful I am. Well, that's very nice. She's acting this, coming to terms, admitting that she was ungrateful. But too late, honey. Now, it's ideal families stay together, her and the kids. But she sounds very unstable. And kids can't be in that environment. She can't provide and all that. And the worst thing is she probably becomes just like her mother and her family. I'm more grateful for him than I am of the sun coming up in the morning. He's my savior. The only person who has ever taken care of me. He's strong and brave and caring. He's everything I wish I could be. He gives me hope when I have none. He makes me laugh when I think I could never smile again. He is my entire world. But he left. So obviously he wasn't feeling like your entire world. And again, I get the children will come first, but that doesn't mean that he can't come a very close second. I don't think he was treated like her entire world at all. I think she's only appreciating him now that he's gone and she needs money. It's hard to find the will to live. I can't off myself because I can't leave my daughters. Well, you can't do that to your daughters. But if things get really bad, the daughters may end up in foster care. I've lost 6 pounds since Friday. My face is breaking out in hives. My whole life is ending before my eyes. I just want to sleep for years. I just want my dad to be here and tell me everything's going to be okay. I just want my baby back. I cannot do this. I'm an effing idiot and I regret everything. So guys, there you go. And maybe some of you will feel bad for her. Believe me, a lot of people in the comment section felt bad for her. Some people were calling her on various things and then giving tough love, if you will. But it's a mess. And that's unfortunate that children are in a mess like that. But it seems to me, and it's quite typical, that when people like this get to this point, they really brought these messes and problems on themselves. And again, the worst thing is when kids are involved. Again, 3 years they're together, and it sounds like he's been one paying for everything. That's a hell of a long time. And obviously he got out of there. It's interesting because he proposed to her, as she said, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's out of there. So clearly maybe somebody knocked some sense in him. Maybe he went on Reddit and read an article saying, "Are you nuts, dude?" Maybe I responded to something he posted. I don't know. But guys, this is some of the crap you can deal with. Is it going to be this extreme? Not necessarily. But the point is, the single MOMs usually are looking for someone to pay for things, to be a babysitter, all that. Now, we haven't heard anything about cheating. Not that she'd admit that, but a lot of times these single MOMs find their nice guy to be their provider. The guy feels like the big, strong hero providing and taking care of, his so-called new family, and she's out cheating on him left and right. But this guy got out of there. So, guys, there you go. Who knows how this is going to end, but be aware. Again, I give the warning all the time about the single MLMs. Be careful. They're not all like this, but there are some out there that absolutely, in varying degrees, want to use guys. A babysitter or a paycheck. Be careful. And the thing is, yeah, she said she's got 2 of her teeth taken out and all that stuff like that, but if she is remotely attractive, it'll only be time before she finds another guy, and round you go.